Hi guys. Okay, so the previous slide we were on was this one. It ended on or open stage. If you're being asked in a test about a thrust stage, you can also call it a platform stage or an open stage. I can also speak about the open stage or platform stage when I'm referring to a thrust stage. So just remember that it's got basically three names. Okay. This here is just a diagram of what a thrust stage looks like. Okay, you have your audience on three sides, then the actual thrust stage, and then the wall. So what this means is there's no wings. Okay, so on the proscenium arch stage, you would normally not have an audience here or an audience here, right? So that means that here you're losing access to wings that would normally be there. This means that the actors would enter from backstage. So backstage here is where the wall is, all right? They would enter here, and sometimes they could enter through the audience here. So there's no traditional sense of wings that you would find on a proscenium arch stage, but they can still enter from the backstage here. It is also important to note that the thrust stage still does have an official backstage area where actors can wait and also where props, etc., can be left. Okay, so just see here. All right. Then if we move on to the next set of stages, we are going to talk about the theatre in the round. As you can see, it is a very different type of stage. Okay, the audience is surrounding the stage from three sides. Now, again, when we think about what I was just speaking about, that means that there is actually no backstage at all, technically speaking, for the theatre in the round, because it's here. There's the stage. So where would the actors enter from? Here, they would enter from these areas through the audience, and any props or backstage items they might need would obviously be kept in like their green room or the storeroom. I cannot remember if I've spoken to you about the green room, so I'm just going to say it again in case I haven't. So the green room terminology, what it actually means, it's the waiting area for the actors. So they wait in a green room while they're backstage. Here they get into character. Also, green rooms normally have an intercom system. This intercom system is attached or connected to the stage itself. So they can hear what's going on stage, which means that they know when their cues are by listening to the intercom. It is also a way that the stage manager can call their actors on stage. So those of you that might have been to feeder or might be going to feeder, you'll see that in the changing rooms, which are technically green rooms, they have an intercom and you can hear everything on stage. Okay, so this is the theatre in the round. Okay, as discussed, it's enclosed by the audience from all sides, right? You can also call the theatre in the round an arena stage because it resembles that similar shape as an arena, like what you would get for football or sporting events, those type of areas where it's surrounded completely by people who are seated, okay? Despite what the name suggests, though, not all of the stages are actually round. They can be square, diamond, triangle, doesn't matter what shape they are. The reason they're called theatre in the round is quite simply because they are surrounded by people. That's why it's called a theatre in the round. Okay, the actors enter from aisles, which are also known as vomitories. Okay, this is an ancient Roman word, I believe. I must double check with Mrs. Jones because I always forget. But vomitories basically means entering areas. And they could also enter through the audience as well, or below the stage, depending on the venue. So some venues might actually have like a little trap door in the middle of the stage that people could enter up through. It would be very rare that they would enter down onto the stage because the whole rigging system is not the same as on a proscenium arch stage. So on a proscenium arch stage, you have the fly tower, which you will not get, or not the same kind of fly tower as